Good evening, and welcome back to Kuza Plays TryCraft Episode 6. Yes, Episode 6 of our adventures on the TryCraft server with Scousy, Gob, and Mama. And as you can see, not a whole lot has changed from the last episode, where we left off with the farms and everything else that we were actually doing. We've sort of made some minor changes here and there. We've sort of put in some bricks around here. We've been AFK at our farms. I've been trading with some villagers. So I haven't actually done much with the base itself, but that is going to change today because we have a little bit of a project over here. So let's go take a look at the book and see what we've got going on today. So there we go, episode 6. So part 1 of episode 6 is Digging Continues. So we've got one half of the base dug out. We need to get the other half of the base dug out. But the problem is that most of the other half of the base is a river. And I've been putting off doing that because it's going to be painful, but I figured I would go ahead and do it here. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I don't hate my audience. I'm not going to torture you. But we are going to show you the way that I've been doing it, and maybe you'll have suggestions as to better ways to actually do it. No, I don't have sponges. Just before that comes into the comments, I don't have any sponges. So we're going to be doing that. More farms. I'm thinking we might actually do part of this, since it's river-based, as a squid farm, but I'm really not sure yet. It just kind of depends on how we want to do it, and we're going to do that there. We're also going to put more farms in and out at the bottom. We are going to do a carrot, potato, and wheat farm, as well as a netherwort. There we go, netherwort farm on the industrial level. So all of those are going to go in today. Then the third thing is we're going to be working on the first level a little bit. I want to actually get the first level more or less done if I can in this episode, so that we've got sort of an idea of where the outside edges of the first level are going to be. That way we can start filling it in as far as where the shops are going to be, where the library is going to be, where the stonemason will be, and all that different stuff. We can sort of figure that out, where our super smelter is going to live, and so on and so forth. And then I need to give you a tour of the sub and patron hall, because I finished that in a live stream the other night, but I realized that I hadn't shown you all the finished product. Well, finished being a relative term. It's still kind of a work in progress. There's probably more I'll do on it, but it'll sort of give you an idea of what's going on there, and I wanted to show you a couple of things around there. But first, we need to deal with this. So as you can see, I've kind of started doing this over here just to basically show you how it's going to work. The main problem I'm running into is this stuff. We're in a tundra, therefore all of this is going to refreeze, which is just awesome. And when I say awesome, I mean it's horrifying. So I'll break all of this with my Silk Touch pickaxe, because we can use this ice to make packed ice later on. And if we really want to, we can turn the packed ice into blue ice if we need it for any kind of projects. So I'm totally going to take advantage of the fact that there's ice everywhere, because we can actually use this for future projects. But it also makes trying to sump out an entire river a pain, because it's going to freeze over every time we try and do anything with it. So we kind of have to act quickly. So as you can see, we've got the sand over here. So if we do this, and then we just sort of place sand until it comes up to the top, and I'm doing the corners first. So there we go. That's how we're going to have to end up doing this, which is slow and painful. And oh my God, I want to kill myself already. But that notwithstanding, is the only way that I have to do this right now, since once again I don't have any sponges at my disposal. So we're just going to have to do this kind of the old-fashioned way here, and just fill it all in with sand, and then the rest of it we'll have to just sort of deal with. So, oh, I'm out of sand already. But luckily, we only have to do this once, because once it's done, we don't have to worry about it ever again, thankfully, and then we can move on to other bigger and better things. So I'm hoping, there we go, and like that. And like I said, I'm not going to make you watch this entire thing, but just give you an idea of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And if you're doing this in your world, by the way, let me know in the comments if you've got a better option that you've actually been using. Because, as I said, this is really the only option I have at the present. So if you have a better option, then by all means, please let me know. So let me get some of this done, and then we'll come back when we're done with this, and I'll show you what's going on. So, if there's a hell, and I don't believe in heaven or hell, but if there is one, I'm fairly well certain that this is what it looks like. It's just it's I was not looking for it. There is not enough coffee on this planet for me to be doing this right now, or ever, really. It's just... if you've ever had to do this, I think you probably understand what I'm talking about here. Because get out of my way, Squid. You don't want to be around me right now. Because this is just the most tedious thing on Earth. I need to go make myself some more coffee. I need to go make more coffee because this is going to put me to sleep if I keep doing it. It's just, it takes so long. Luckily, I say luckily because it's like the one thing I've got going for me here. Luckily, I have access to some of the greatest coffee on Earth that I highly recommend, and is 100% not sponsoring this video. I just really like it. Black Rifle Coffee Company, and they make, oh my goodness, they make some amazing stuff. They make this stuff called Coffee or Die, and it is beautiful. They are 100% veteran owned and operated. They make fantastic coffee. They have Coffee or Die. They have AK Espresso. They have Just Black. So if you are sumping out an entire river like I am, because, you know, I like pain, I highly recommend getting yourself some Black Rifle coffees. Just go to blackriflecoffee.com. You can follow them on Twitter as well at BLCK Coffee. Excuse me, not BLCK. Blah. I don't know what I'm talking about because I've been doing this too long. BLCK Rifle Coffee is what they're at on Twitter, or just go to their website, blackriflecoffee.com, and you can order coffee from them delivered to your door. No need to go to the store because there's no coffee at the store right now anyway, because of obvious reasons. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go make myself some more coffee, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to try and complete this here. So I don't know how much coffee it's going to take, but I suffer for you. Squid, what are you doing? Really? Are you that dumb? Oh, crap. Hold on. Hold on. Small problem. Small problem. Stop it. All done now. And back to ice. End me. Seriously, guys, if I ever get the bright idea to do something like this again, you have my complete and unrestricted permission to punch me dead in the face, because that will be less painful than this. I've been doing this... What time is it? I've been doing this for about an hour or so. So, I mean, it's not taking too long to do this, I guess. But, oh my god, it's tedious. Oh. I really wish I could... I wish I had raided a temple to get sponges, because, oh god, this is so tedious. Oh, I never want to see sand again. Ever. Well, you're the one that got in my way, buddy. It's finished. Finally. Oh my goodness. That was 2 real-life hours to get all of this taken care of. As you can see, I've kind of been digging it out as I go, sort of. Just so I didn't have this everywhere, but now we have this everywhere. Well, not everywhere. We just have it in this corner. Although we did discover a cave down here that I'm seriously considering going and exploring. Just because. Because I need to go do something after all of that. I desperately need something that isn't sand related at this point. So I'm seriously considering just going to take a look at that cave. But this is now done. We are now free to dig out all of this area over here. So we've got some of it already started. This is going to go last, because we're basically going to do the same thing we did over here with the slabs, the various different, like the andesite and the polished andesite and the cobblestone, mossy cobblestone. We're going to do the same thing on this side and meet up around here. So we're going to have this platform that's going to be on top of everything of slabs, and underneath is going to be the sub-basement, basically. And then we're going to have to figure out what we want to do for the roof of the sub-basement. And I've actually got to figure out what I want to have that look like. Oh, I'm starving. I should probably fix that. So I need to figure out what that needs to look like as far as the sides and the roof for that, because I want it to be kind of dank and spooky looking, but I'm not sure exactly how to go about that without having mobs spawning in my face every time I turn around, which would not be good. So, especially around farms and complex machinery and stuff. So I want it to be dank, but I don't want it to be mob-free, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do down there for that. And then, of course, we've got to dig all this out, but we'll probably start over there and just dig all the way around over here, and then have all this just basically the slabs and little bits of gravel and stuff here and there we can do as well. So it'll look just like the rest of this does on the top. So for the main floor, we've got this type of flooring here. We've got the mossy cobblestone, stone slabs, polished andesite. So it'll be the same thing going all the way around to there. We've just got to figure out exactly what we want the underside to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging all this out, and when I'm done with that, I'll report back to you as well, and I'll probably jump down in this cave to my death, because that was just painful. Never, ever, ever, ever again are we doing that. That is enough of that. Thank you very much. So, yep, after I dig all this out, then we'll figure out what we're doing from there, but I got to go drop all this stuff off, dig this out, and I'll be back with you. Folks, it's finally done. It took forever to get this mined out, and mad props to Scousy for loaning me his beacon, because without that I don't think I'd be done yet. It's been like 2 days off and on of working on this. Not Minecraft days, mind you, real life days. It's been 2 real life days off and on working on this. We actually did a live stream yesterday where we did a little bit of it on camera, but I decided I didn't, hate my audience, so I didn't want to make them watch that for, hours and hours and hours on end. So that we got it all taken care of thanks to Mr. Beacon here. So as you can tell, we have everything to the edge of... Where's that spider? I just heard him. He must be outside. Everything to the edge of the outer portion of the building, which we are going to go put in here in just a second, done. So everything is mined out, and we have a ton of room. Look at the amount of space that we've got to work with here. It is fabulous. So we've got our farms over here, and they look small now compared to... Hello, pumpkin. Compared to this area. So, I mean, we can put all of our farms in on this side, like all of them, and then have all this left over for I don't know what. So yeah, now we got to figure out what we're going to do with all this space. This is a ton of room. So I'm thinking epic wheat field, maybe epic wheat field, underground epic wheat field. That'd be kind of cool. And pumpkin farm and potato farm. So we could definitely do that. We're definitely going to do our geothermal heat source. It's going to be somewhere probably over here. It's just going to be lava that comes down into a giant lava pool and goes up in a glass tube that's going to be on the next floor too. So we're going to do that for certain. And I don't know what else we're going to do with the rest. This is a huge space. We've got so many industrial things we can do down here. We could do... Man, what could we do? We ought to, what we ought to do? We ought to watch and see if any of these are slime chunks. Because if slimes spawn down here, that would be awesome. However, I have not seen any, so... I don't know. But look at... there's our storage system up there. I thought it was big. I thought our storage system was big until we did this, and it's not big. It's not a very big storage system. But yeah, this is epic on a scale. I don't think I've ever done this much digging in my entire life. As a matter of fact, how many blocks have I dug out here? Yeah, 33,587 stone. 33,000. Remember when we started this whole thing, we were at 19,000? Well, that was 14,000 more stone that we've actually done. In fact, I think that's what it is. That is the picked up, times mined. So 33,000, and then 2,200 diorite, 3,400 coal. I'm sure there's some other huge, ridiculous numbers here. Let's see. Snow, cobblestone, 1,773 granite, 1,400 iron. There we go. 12,000 dirt, and 7,000 grass, and 1,800 andesite. It's just the amount of work we've done here is just mind-boggling. 1,300 gravel. It's just asinine the amount of we've done here. It's 15,000 sand. Yeah, I'd say we've done a little bit of work, just a touch, just a touch. And the other thing we did on stream the last night was this. We started actually mapping out the area around our base. So this is a 1/8 scale map, because I like 1/8 scale versus the 1/4, 1/6, or 1/8, 1/4 is 1/16. I think 1/8 is a perfect size for mapping. So as you can see, there's our main base, and then we're basically on a big peninsula, I guess. Well, maybe not peninsula. I'll get into that in just a second. So we're there. We've got a village up to our north. We've got another village to the northeast of that. We've got the flower forest and the flower cave, which was a really cool place that I found on stream last night. That is, I've got to do something with it because it's just cool looking. It's this little cave in a flower forest, and it's full of flowers, and it's really neat. And then down here we have a survival island. Like literally, it's an island with one tree that is now lit up. So if anyone wants to go live there, fantastic. Mazel tov. Go for it. Have fun. So my suspicion is, just based on what I've seen from this world so far, and I'm getting my cartographer on here, is that this world seems to be largely ocean with archipelagos on it. So there's no real, like, on some worlds you'll have one big continent, or you'll have 2 or 3 big continents with, an ocean in between. It's sort of the Earth style of map, sort of the Earth style of world. You'll have a number of big continents, a couple of big oceans, and there you are. This one, though, it seems like is much more of a water world. It's a water seed with small to medium-sized islands everywhere on it. So I want to continue mapping to the east over there and to the north up by that village to see if that actually holds true. So this map may actually move a little bit. We may actually have to make it the size of the entire wall here, because I want to see if that holds true, because from what I've seen, that seems to be what it is, because you have the desert where spawn is, that was simply a desert for like 1,000 blocks in every direction, and then a whole bunch of water, and then finally a savanna. And then after and beyond that, you get some plains and a few other things. Then you have the iceberg biome that Mama lives in to the north. To give you an idea of where everything is, so Mama is somewhere up there, and then Spawn would be somewhere up there, and Tri-Town would be somewhere right about there. So it's sort of in the middle. So everything is to the north of us here. And there's a vast amount of ocean in between me and Mama here on the other side of this dark oak forest with a village and everything in it. So on the other side of that is a large ocean, and then an iceberg biome where Mama lives, and then there's another large ocean before you get to Tri-Town, which I believe is either to the north or northwest. And then you have, Scousies over there, and Gobspits like way over there. I mean, we're sort of spread out all over the place. But my suspicion is that this, when we do, and that's one of my long-term goals, by the way, is I want to map this entire world from spawn to my base to Scousie's base, then Mama's base, and Gobspit's base. I want to map the whole thing so that we've got basically a giant map either at Tri-Town or at spawn or somewhere central to all of us, probably at spawn. So we have one giant map that basically shows where everyone is on that particular map. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be rough. That's a long-term plan, but I really want to do that so that we actually have everything on, like, maybe a 1/16 scale map. It'll show where everyone is. But I really want to do that so that we have a map of the entire world, just so I can prove my theory too, that this is just a giant archipelago seed, that there's no real continent. It's just a bunch of ocean, and then basically all the biomes are on islands spread out all over the place. Like this over here, this is a plains biome, but just there. This is a plains biome, but just there, because the rest of that is flower forest going all over there, and so is that, and so is that. That up there is a dark oak biome with a little itty bitty bits of plains in between where those two villages are. And so I suspect that the rest of the world looks kind of like this, and I want to go out and actually prove that. But that's a long-term goal, and right now we have some more short-term goals that we've got to get to. And one of those short-term goals is to actually get the wall in, at least the first level of it, all the way around the base. As you can see, we actually did, off-camera, complete the Tetris floor here, is what I'm calling it. So we've got that all the way done. So it's all the way out to the perimeter. We have the flooring all put in. So we've got a combination of cobblestone, andesite, polished andesite, stone, and mossy cobblestone, basically, as our floor, because I didn't want to use the bricks, because that's going to be the walls. So that's the floor for the first level, is this kind of, industrial but very worn kind of floor. Like, imagine, if you will, this entire floor at one point was all like polished andesite, is what I'm thinking here. Is it not polished? Yeah, polished andesite. So this whole floor is polished andesite, but then over the millennia, it's just been worn down in places and has fallen in kind of disrepair in different places as well. So that it's now, parts of it just look like regular andesite, parts of it have been so worn they look like stone, cobblestone, so on and so forth. So that's kind of my headcanon for this particular area. And then, of course, we're going to have our shops here. The cartographer shop is probably going to be right here. I probably am going to expand this map so that it goes from there to there. And the cartographer will basically be in this particular area. So that'll be where that particular shop is. So that's my sort of headcanon for why we did it the way we did it. And then the walls, we're actually going to do a combination of brick and cracked brick for the walls themselves, maybe with some mossy brick thrown in as well. But I just want to go ahead and get this down, though, and we can change that up later. But I just want to get the wall in so that we've actually got a perimeter around here that we're going to be working on that isn't that isn't this stuff. It isn't netherrack. Blah, blah. So let's get that put in, and we will go from there. And there we go. All the ugly netherrack is gone. We now have the stone brick in place to give us an idea of where our perimeter for the... Is it supposed to be like that? Did I just get water everywhere? No, we're good. Okay. So now we know where the perimeter for the base itself is going to be. It's going to be along in here. And now that we've got all those taken care of, and the heater is, of course, decided to turn on just as I'm recording this. Oh, well. Let's check the book and see where we're at here. So, let's see. So, 5 minutes and 6. So, digging continues. We can mark that off because that is done. The first level is done. And then the sub and patron hall tour, we're actually going to skip the farms because this took so long. But I do want to do a tour of the sub hall for you because it is one of my favorite things. So let's go ahead and go do that. So here we are again. Nice, neat-looking patron hall for Mama. And for Gabi, he's got his redstone thing, and that's all pretty. And for Scousy. And for Gabi, he's got his underwater thing. And then you've got the camo knitting. Which I still just find this incredibly amusing. So camo knitting thrown over a bivouac tent. Neat. So we've got our bivouac tent here. It's green and brown, of course, because it's military colors. We've got the simulated sky up there with clouds, the simulated sun, which I'm going to change out with shroom lights as soon as we go to 1.16. And then I like how the tent turned out, because we've got our storage barrels up front, and the tent inside, of course, is very tent-like. We've got the dirt that's kind of been packed down in different places. I'm thinking I might make more path blocks in here. In fact, No, I'll just leave it for right now. But then we've got, over on the wall over here, all of our Twitch subscribers. And as soon as I get a Patreon, we'll put patrons in here as well. But for right now, we basically just got our subscriber wall. So over here we've got the Gaming Templar, Thelanius, Playing with Evil, Seamus Moon, Marlon May, Guyver UK, Kustamon. Kustamon, by the way, is my longest running subscriber. He's been going literally almost since my channel started. So, Kustamon, you rock. Who's this? This is, oh my goodness, Firecracker. There we go. VT Streaming. Mama Bear 79, of course. And Captain Paladin LP. There's an LP at the end of that, honest. And then over here we have Chrysius 84. So we have all of our current subscribers they now have shovels in my my bivouac tent. They are in the barracks here for the Army. So thank you to every single one of you who has actually supported the channel and supported my endeavors ever since I started doing this 3 years ago. It's actually coming up on our 3-year anniversary of streaming and content creation for realsies. So, and that's going to be coming up probably on twitch.tv/Kota Kusumoto next week. So, but that's this. So basically what's going to happen is that all of my subscribers on Twitch are going to get shovels. And they are going to get iron shovels, gold shovels, and diamond shovels. Iron, of course, is for tier 1, gold for tier 2, and diamond for tier 3. Right now, everyone I have are just tier 1 subscribers. So if you subscribe to my channel and you support what I'm doing, by all means, sign up over there by becoming a subscriber and be immortalized forever in the barracks here on the TryCraft server. Well, forever until we, reset it, which may or may not be anytime soon. So, and then, of course, on the other side of the wall, I want to fill this whole thing up with item frames with shovels at some point. I think that'd be awesome to have that many subscribers, that many supporters. Those of you who are going to be on Patreon, when I get that put together, you're going to get note blocks to symbolize accordions, because that's my big thing. You come into my Twitch channel and I say, welcome to the Army, here's your accordion and your entrenching tool. Have fun. The joke being that Army Logistics sent me 50,000 accordions, and now I've got to figure out some way to get rid of them, so I just hand them out as part of the package just when you sign up for the Army. Over here, though, is the most exciting thing, for me anyway, I think, because this is something that everyone over there, for the various different people who are on the server, have put up. So, like, we have sort of a hall of fame as far as the people that support us, but then we also have our inspirations or our mentors as immortalized in armor, either inside or outside the base. So, for instance, we've got Avamance and Frilioth over there from Mama Bear. Scousy has Avamance. Gobspit has, I think he has Frilioth, but I'm not sure. I have to go double check. So it's basically tradition here, is you put some armor up to signify who your mentors or inspirations are for streaming. Well, I had 4, and I did not put Avamance or Frilioth in because, honestly, I found Avamance's channel only about a year ago and started hanging out with his community off and on YouTube and elsewhere. Just like I discovered Waddles about a year ago. I played on the Dangercraft server for a while. But as far as inspirations, the people that I look at as inspirations or mentors that I follow are people that I followed almost immediately and just have hung out with off and on, sometimes non-stop, for the better part of the last 3 years. And that would be 4 people that I had to immortalize over here. We have 4 people that I have immortalized here as people who I see as inspirations or mentors in the streaming gig. And those 4 are in no particular order. Stat. So Stat is the first streamer I ever watched with any kind of regularity on YouTube. And he was playing No Man's Sky. I was playing No Man's Sky. So I got into the game a lot, and then I started watching other people who were doing it, and Stat was like the first guy. I just typed into YouTube Gaming, No Man's Sky live stream, and Stat came up. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll go watch this guy. And he's this amazing dude, really funny guy, Canadian, now lives in California, huge beard. His followers are the Beardos. And I'm somehow, amazingly enough, still one of his mods, even though I haven't actually made it to one of his streams in forever. And I feel really bad about that. But, so Stat is sort of the first person who got me thinking about doing streaming. And there's this whole, like, coaching tree for Stat that's basically, like, I'm in it, Chris's face, oh goodness, there's so many different people that are actually in that particular Mash Stars. A bunch of people that basically followed Stat and hung out with Stat, and then started streaming on their own and have become great streamers in their own right and content creators. So, but Stat's definitely cool. You can definitely follow him at either one of the links I'm going to have on the screen here. Follow him on both. Follow him on Twitch for his live streams, and then subscribe to him on YouTube, because he does YouTube content still with a fair amount of regularity. He's primarily a streamer, but he does do YouTube content as well, so you can catch him on either one of those places. Next in line is the first person I ever subscribed to on Twitch, and that is Ishi Badass, who is I walked into his stream one day after I'd been streaming on YouTube for a while. I streamed on YouTube for a couple of months. So I streamed there, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I like the streaming on YouTube at all. I don't know if I actually like the way that everything's set up. We'll check out this Twitch thing. So I ran into Twitch, and I was just sort of wandering around. And out of the corner of my eye on one of these, I don't know what page I was looking on, but I saw a talking Shiba Inu playing video games, and I went, "Oh, I gotta see what this is." And it was a talking Shiba Inu playing video games. It was one of the little animated puppets that Ishii uses when he was playing Overwatch. And I walked in, and my first thing in my mouth was, I just walked into a stream where a dog is playing video games. I think I've seen it all. And Ishii laughed and has never gotten my name right once. He calls me a Kodoku, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, you can call me whatever the heck you feel like. I really don't care. But never has got my game right. But I met him at TwitchCon 2017. Awesome guy. Really, really cool dude. First guy I ever subscribed to on Twitch. And I still have the postcard that he sent me for 2017 that he sent out to all his subscribers. As a sort of a thank you for subscribing to his channel and as a Christmas present. I still have that in a box that I need to put on my refrigerator as soon as I get the chance to unpack that box. So, very cool dude. Definitely follow him over on twitch.tv/IshiiBadass. He also has a YouTube, but he just sort of irregularly posts content there. It just really depends on what he's doing. So mostly he's a streamer. And he also streams a lot of Nintendo games. He's actually a partner for Nintendo Switch, so he does a lot of Switch games, and he's a lot of fun. He does Minecraft usually on Mondays with a couple of different people, with Zenigami and a few others. Definitely go check him out. He is an awesome human being. Next in line is, well, I'm going to do both of these at the same time because they both have about equal importance in my eyes for different reasons, and that is First Oni and Guyver UK. So First Oni is actually a friend of mine in real life that we just rediscovered each other on Twitch when I signed up over there. I immediately made him one of my mods, so he's been backing me the whole time. Like if I'm having days where I'm just feeling like crap and not feeling good about myself or depressed or whatever it is, like I'll go into his stream or I'll talk to him, and everything's 1,000% better almost immediately. So he's just that kind of guy. He's a great streamer as well. Definitely go give him a follow while you're at it. And he's one of my mods, and he's a good friend of mine. So he's absolutely needs to be in here as one of my mentors and or inspirations. And the other person is Guyver UK. Guyver is another one of those guys that there was a fairly dark time for about 6 months where I didn't interact with anyone, family, friends, anyone on Twitch, nothing. I did nothing. And every day I would see my Discord blinking, and I'd go over and look, and it was Guyver going, "Hey, just checking in with you, seeing how you're doing, seeing if you're okay." Almost every day he would do that, and I would occasionally reply to him, but most of the time I was just like, I just can't do it. Didn't seem to stop him from messaging me, and didn't stop him from wanting to be involved in the community and being one of my mods. So he's an amazing individual, fantastic streamer, definitely R-rated. So not family friendly. Don't have this up with the 6-year-olds around, because that would be bad. But definitely a cool guy and someone worth your time if you do enjoy, especially if you enjoy things like looter shooters like Destiny 2, like Division, those types of games. He really enjoys doing that kind of stuff. So definitely go give him a follow as well. And that is going to be today's episode, folks. So I really appreciate everyone hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know we did a lot of deconstruction and landscaping and ripping things down and all that, and a lot of things along those lines, and not a whole lot of farm building and stuff. But I do hope you enjoyed that. I hope if you came over to the live stream on Saturday, you enjoyed wandering around watching us actually do some exploration around the world. Where is this zombie? Is he in here? Is he on top? No? Good. Okay. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. Episode 7 will be coming at some point next week. I do a lot of content for both TryCraft and my single-player worlds, as well as other games on this channel, such as No Man's Sky, Fallout 4. So if you do enjoy open world or sandbox games, or if you enjoy games like Minecraft, they're just building exploration, by all means, hit the little subscribe button down there, let you know when I'm around. Also click the notification bell, and leave a like on the way out the door if you did enjoy the episode. Just calmly press the like button. Don't smash it. You don't want to break it. Just calmly press the like button if you did like the video. It definitely helps the channel out. So, and more subscribers I have, the more fun I have. So I want more people here to enjoy the content and enjoy me being a goofball. So I really appreciate everyone coming by. Make sure you go out tonight, play some games, have some fun. I'll see you all again in episode 7. Have a good night, everybody.